Hi, AJ Hartley here, novelist, Shakespeare professor, BABYMETAL fan, and last night I got to see them again in Charlotte. This is November of 2024. Fantastic show. I'll talk you through a few sort of general observations about the evening, and then I'll just share whatever footage I have and come back with a few comments at the end. So the first thing to say was that I didn't have early access or VIP pass or anything like that. So I started lining up about, 4 o'clock, 4:30 for doors at 7. And, you know, that is part of the fun of a BABYMETAL show, hanging out with other fans. It's a very diverse and interesting crowd of people, every age and race and set of interests that you can imagine. So that's always fun. And then we get into the show, and I'd forgotten, this was at the Fillmore. I've been to the Fillmore a number of times. I was trying to think, the last bands I saw there were probably, Nothing But Thieves, Angels and Airwaves, Young the Giant. And I remembered it as being a bigger venue than it is. It holds about 2,000, but it actually feels quite intimate. And I was surprised, given how many people had got the VIP or Fast Track tickets. I was surprised how close to the front I was able to get. We were only, 6 or 7 rows back, which was great. And the show began with the support act, Scene Queen.
If there's one thing about me, it's that I hate men in bands. And I wish that they would all just shut the fuck up.
The allegations that have been made against a member of are a matter we do not take lightly.
And I have to say that, I went in with very low expectations, partly because last year BABYMETAL were playing with Death Clock, which I hated. There's just no way around it. I just hated it. I found the music tedious and the video irritating and occasionally offensive. So my expectations were low. I had looked at a couple of songs from Scene Queen on YouTube and hadn't immediately connected with them. I took the songs as being sort of playfully sexy, but in performance, it was very clear that a lot of that sort of sex-positive stuff that she does is very politically motivated. And as she said, she doesn't hate men, she just hates misogynists, which I am fine with. So, I was actually impressed by her. She seemed really genuine and really sweet, and led the audience in singing Happy Birthday to her guitarist, and talked about what a huge deal it was for her to be able to support a band like BABYMETAL, who she had wanted to support for years. So I was very, pleased. I thought she got a good rapport with the audience and felt very genuine and very real. That style of music is not really my thing. It's very sort of rap heavy vocally, but I thought the performance was tight and compelling, and I thought she did a great job. So yeah, no complaints there. I was pleasantly surprised. And then BABYMETAL come on, and as I say, I'm not going to break down each song. I'll just put all the footage together and you can see. But the first thing I should say is that in certain respects, I enjoyed this performance more than the last time I saw them. I thought the choreography was super tight, but at the same time, they had a kind of relaxed playfulness. They've settled into who they are as a three-piece, with Momoko, and They seemed absolutely comfortable with each other. They seemed to be having fun. They were having they had, again, a great rapport with the audience. It's not a talky rapport. It's not a playful. It's all very scripted. Those little set piece moments, like we get out our phones during monochrome and turn the lights on and stuff. And it all feels, preset. But the chemistry with the audience, the energy and the apparent joy that they take in what they're doing was absolutely compelling and convincing and really, really fun. So, no complaints there. We got some new choreography we haven't seen before. The band were absolutely on point. A lot of the songs were heavier in performance. Light and Darkness. I was talking to Philip, a friend who was at the show as well, and he was making the same observation. So some of the songs felt a little different. It was very loud. And this is where I have my one complaint. Sue's mic was not great for most of the evening. In person, it sounded very tinny, very trebly, and inconsistent. The sound was sort of compressed. And it was clear that she was struggling to either hear herself, or the sound coming back at her from the monitor amps was confusing because of the way the microphone was translating her voice. So she was occasionally wandering. And, that to me was an issue. And it was a big enough issue that I kind of wished that in one of those transitional moments, they had actually stopped and said, let's fix this, because it was a problem. One of the things I've always loved about BABYMETAL is Sue's voice. It doesn't need a lot of work. It doesn't need auto-tune or any of that stuff. And I don't think that's what they were using. I just think the microphone was faulty. And I don't really understand why they couldn't switch it out or balance it. You could hear them trying to make adjustments. And at times, in the middle of the song, the sound would disappear entirely. I also wondered if the band was a little too loud, and that was messing with their levels, or somehow the way that the mic was picking up certain frequencies and not others. I don't know. But yeah, if there's a negative to the show for me, it would be that, because I just love to listen to them, and to her in particular, And so to get those very melody-heavy songs like Monochrome, where I want that kind of real emotional lift, which is when her voice sort of takes off and it's clean and sharp and stuff. And I didn't get quite as much of those sort of goosebumpy kind of moments, because the sound system just wasn't conveying it enough. You'll hear it on the video. I was hesitant to share some of the video because I don't want them to look bad, and I think that in some ways the sound was letting them down just a little bit. Also, it was one of those shows where everybody in front of me seemed to be holding up their phones all the time. When I shoot video, I try to keep my camera pretty much here so that I'm not blocking the people behind. A lot of people in front of me had no such qualms. And when you're holding your camera like all the way as high as you possibly can, then nobody behind you is getting anything other than your phone, which is a little tiresome. The crowd, I would say, for the most part, though, were great, were positive. There was some crowd surfing going on in the center, which I get a little tired of, especially when you feel like you're getting kicked in the back of the head all the time. We were over on the house left, stage right side, and so it didn't affect us at all. There was clearly a little pushing and shoving and trouble at one point early on, and some people got ejected. But the security people seemed to handle it very quickly and efficiently, and the crowd were appreciative of their efforts, so much so that they applauded the security guys, who then came out to give the audience high fives. So yeah, but all told, I thought that the crowd was a classic BABYMETAL crowd, positive, enthusiastic, and for the most part welcoming and supportive, and not pushing and shoving as much as you get at some shows. So yeah, no, it was a very positive experience. Let me just let you see the show, and then I'll add a few thoughts again at the end.
A long time ago, spirit of heavy metal, the Fox God, chose 3 newly reborn metal spirits and summoned them to the Metalverse, where an unknown future awaits. The spirit of heavy metal traversed across the world, rose above language barriers, went beyond generations, and created countless legends. Life and death, beginnings and endings. In this infinite loop, the spirit goes on living. But for BABYMETAL, transcending oneself is the only path left. Are you ready to head back? Now is the time for the Metalverse with BABYMETAL.
ちやほなら踊るねしかしここで踊らにゃいつ踊るメタルメタル
桜
Are you ready?
hold up. You know that hairstyle guy, amazing hypnotized. Just give me one more try and make you feel that light. And I make your body echo wild.
So there you have it. I mean, it's pretty great, right? I must say, you know, just rewatching the footage takes me back to last night and the sort of electric energy that you get from a live event. And, you know, I was complaining a little about the sound, but all credit to Sue for just powering through. Everybody uses backing tracks and such now in performance to try and capture something of the complexity of the studio recording. But there's no reliance here on pre-recorded vocal as far as the main part of the song is concerned. She just kept going. And I think she did a terrific job. It's exciting. As you will have noticed, in terms of the set list, we got 4 songs from the first album, only 1 song from the second album, Road of Resistance, the encore, 2 from Metal Galaxy, 3 from the other one, and the 2 newest unaffiliated singles, Metali and Ratatata. So it was cool to see those. I wondered if we might get to hear Leave It All Behind, but we didn't. But, you know, I thought it was a great representative sampling of some of old stuff, new stuff, and so on, you know, within that hour, 15 minutes or so that they can perform. As I said at the beginning, choreography was super tight. But they have that sort of playfulness that I was constantly seeing moments of exchange between the members of the group where they were not chatting exactly, but exchanging comments or looks, and not just in those sort of traditional moments like in Megitsune during the mask thing, but kind of throughout. They seemed to be having a good time, technical issues notwithstanding. I think, you know, when I say that there's a sort of looseness to them, one of the things that you notice is that their stage persona seems less rigidly maintained than it used to be, which I think is a good thing. You know, that we get the death stares and we get the poses, particularly in those set piece moments, like with the flags for Road of Resistance and such like that, because those are hardwired into what those songs are. But I think that we're seeing a little bit more personality from their self-presentation, which I think is nice and probably a good direction for the band to lean into. Maybe at some point, if they're feeling more comfortable with their English, we can get a little off script in terms of the audience repartee. I liked the use of back projection where they used little snippets of official music videos such as for Distortion or Metali, but also they seem to be sort of projecting images of the crowd behind them as well and giving us the occasional close-up of the band for people who maybe couldn't see at the back, which was nice. Great night. It was great to see people that I knew. Paul from the Baby Metal podcast was there and we got to catch up a little bit. A few people who knew me from this channel who came and said hello. I got to wear the happy coat sent by Stephen from Taiwan, Funny Toss, which was nice. And I got to wear my Bokurawa shirt, which you can get from my merchandise store, which I'll provide a link to in the description. But yeah, great show. That's all I'm going to say. I apologize for the quality of the footage. I did my best, but you know, I was there as a concert goer rather than as a documentary filmmaker. So I hope you got something out of it, or at least got a feel of what it was like to be there. That's all. So as ever, please like, comment, subscribe, check out my Patreon page, and thank you to all my patrons. They help to make this channel happen. Check out, as I said, my merchandise page where you can get shirts and things like that. Of course, check out my books. I'm hoping to have some news to announce on that front very soon. And other than that, talk to you soon. Cheers. Bye.